Hi everyone, Gemma here. Thank you for watching today. So I've got another magazine flick through for you. This is the latest edition of Simply Cards and Papercraft. So I'm a bit late in getting this out to you. This was released on Thursday, but only by a few days. So let's have a look at the contents. So this is issue 254. So now I've removed the packaging, you can see the embossing folder in more detail there. So we've got this gorgeous sort of flower border there, and then you've got room to maybe add a sentiment or some additional sort of elements. And then we have the 17 stamps and the toppers. So again, I'll remove the packaging so we can take a look at this. So we've got some beautiful flowers and sort of the dragonfly there, the butterfly, and some sentiments. So we've got Happy Mother's Day, Happy Birthday, just to say you're so special, sending love, thank you, and you are in my thoughts. And we've got these various different floral stamps there. We've got sort of a bird within the cluster of flowers and leaves there. So some lovely, you can just hold that a little bit closer, some lovely stamps there. And then we've got some inspiration on the back, so you can see how detailed these stamps are. I think they're gorgeous. Let's have a look at the 16 toppers. So we've got some lovely sentiments there, just continuing the design of the stamps, and some pattern papers. I'll just quickly go through those. You can just have a little look. Lovely butterflies there. This one is gorgeous. Love the colours on that with the purples and yellows together. Really nice. So that's the exclusive gift. The Spring Flowers embossing folder, the A5 stamp, and then the pattern papers and toppers. So let's have a look at some of the inspiration within the magazine. So nice flick through to see what we've got with the inspiration. So we've got some gorgeous mix here from Nikki Gilbert. So Step into Spring, and this circular card with a cluster of flowers there is lovely. Really like that. So I'll just hold it up a little closer so you can see it. You've got your step-by-step guides. So I was just looking at the Craft Industry Awards for 2023. So some lovely winners there. But what caught my eye, we've got the regional shops. We've got Wales. So Intercraft was the winner, but we got Valley Crafts, and that's literally next door to me. So I thought I'd just mention that tidbit of information there, just slightly off topic. So just flicking through and having a look at these gorgeous cards. So we've got lots of techniques in here, partial die cutting. So we've got some off the page makes here from Sarah Jackman Reid. So she's used the pattern papers and toppers to create these. So you've got a writing step, a lip balm holder, post-it note holder, pillow box, little gift bag, stationery set there. Lots of inspiration for you. Got a little catch up with Lou Collins. Got some stash busting ideas. And then we've got a sneak peek of what's coming next in Simply Cards and Papercraft. So we've got fancy foliage. So it looks like we've got this large birthday die. So some lovely inspiration there. You've got all these floral elements and 90 bonus paper and sentiment downloads. So some lovely inspiration there. Okay, so I've kind of got an idea of what I want to do with the stamp set. I'm going to go off camera to prepare everything, and then I'm going to come back to you and we'll go through it together. So I've gone ahead and prepared lots of my elements off camera, and I'll just talk you through what I've used so far. So I've got the Creative Craft Products Notched Edge Square Nestable dies, the Woodware Big Birthday Words stamp set. I wanted a really nice big sentiment because of the sort of the style that I'm making. Got some lovely sentiments here, but I wanted something that was, you know, a lot bigger and bolder to go in the center of my card. Then lastly, I've used the stamp set, which is the exclusive gift, and I've used this cluster of flowers here. I trimmed off the butterflies just because I wanted it more to be floral, and it's really sort of easy to attach those back together if you need to. So I'll talk you through the pieces that I've prepared. So I've got the notched square nestables. I've got my card base here. Now this is an 8x8 card blank. I tacked the largest nestable die just towards the left hand side so that the cut edge hung over the folded edge. So we've still got the shaped card, but we haven't cut completely through on that scored line. I've then cut it again in the same size but in black cardstock this time, and this will be attached on the front. So if I turn that over, we're just slightly hanging over there with that one. So then after that, what I did was take every other die. So if you can see the ones that remain in the set there, the largest was the card base. Miss one, next one down, miss one, next one down, miss one, next one down, and so on. And I cut those all in black cardstock. So I've got the largest die, then the next but one, and so on. So I've got 4 panels here cut in the black cardstock. Then the die that sort of sits in between each one of these, I've tacked together. If I move this out the way, hopefully you'll be able to see that a bit better. I've tacked them together, and I'm going to cut my panel that I've created with these dies. So I just trimmed approximately 8x8 panel there. I lined this up just towards the right hand side, so I left about half-inch gap here on the left hand side in my stamping platform, and I lined that up to the corner of this panel, stamped it, and then I just rotated it and placed it back in the same position and did it for all 4 corners. And I've stamped the happy birthday as well. So this is the panel I'm working with, and now I'm going to position these nesting dies just over this, just roughly in the center there, and you want equal gap in between each of your nesting dies. And now I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. So I'm going to carefully remove each panel from the dies. It's got a bit of adhesive there. So I suggest keeping them together in the order that you've die cut them, just so that you don't lose any of that detail. So I'm going to bring in my black panels and my card base. I'm going to start attaching each one together. So I'm doing my first layer flat on the card base, and then what I'm going to do is attach the white panel to the black panel and then pop the black panel up onto some foam. I'm just going to line this up with the card edge. Make sure I've got the folded edge in the right orientation. going to take my first panel and pop this down onto this black piece. So that you get this really nice frame then behind this white piece. Just take a moment to just line that up so you've got an equal border on all four sides. So I think I'm happy with that. So once that's attached, then we're going to work on the next layer down. So I'm just going to pop this to one side to make a bit of space, and I'm going to add the next layer on top of this black piece here, and again position this equally around each side. And I am going to pop this up onto some foam, but if I just bring that bit in, you can see the sort of direction that we go in. So you want to do each layer the same. Take your black piece, attach your white frame, add some foam, and then just pop that down on your card. So I'm going to pop you on high speed now while I do the rest. I'm using some just double-sided tape adhesive here. I think this one is from one of the cheaper stores, so it's the backing is a little difficult to remove. I'm just trying to use this up because I did have plenty of it before Craft Stash sent me some rolls. So you might see me messing with this a little bit, trying to get the backing off, because sometimes it's a nightmare to remove. See, point proven there. So I am going to add some wet glue to this as well, just to have that maneuverability when attaching the panel to the card base. If you're happy with your positioning and you think you can, you know, get it right first time, then you don't need to add the wet glue. But if you're like me, you've got an option there where you can still have a little bit of wiggle time if you want to get it positioned exactly where you want it. So as I said, pop you on high speed now, and I'm going to get the rest of those layers now attached, and then I'll come back to you with the final card. So there's all the layers now attached. It might be a bit front heavy, so you might want to add some mats and layers inside just to help balance that out, but I think that's standing fine. Just hold it up so you can see all that lovely dimension, and then you've got the continuation of the design through the multiple layers. And just to finish off, I'm going to add some Nuvo drops just around the flowers here. I've got a little mark there on my cardstock. I think it's from the washi, just torn it a little bit, so I'm going to use the Nuvo drops to cover that up. So I'm using vintage drops, and this is blackboard. So again, I'll pop you on high speed, just do a few sort of dots around these cluster of flowers and the sentiment, and then I'll come back to you. So I just had a thought to bring in my Creative Craft Products rotating stamp platform. So I'm still sort of working my way through using all the lovely craft tools that Craft Stash have sent me. I just thought this would be great because you don't have to lift it up, then you can rotate this and your Nuvo drops and keep turning it round to the position that you want it at. So I just thought I'd mention that before I continue with the rest of the design. So there's the finished card. I think I went a bit mad with the Nuvo drops. I kind of wish I didn't add them now, because I started something and then had to continue. And I thought before adding the Nuvo drops, it was such a simple monochrome card and it was beautiful. So I kind of regret adding them. Let me know what you think. Did I make a mistake or do you like it as it is? So there's my inspiration using issue 254 of Simply Cards and Papercraft. This is out now. It's available in your supermarkets, your newsagents, WH Smith, etc. But you're guaranteed to get it on Craft Stash, especially if you're overseas. So I'll pop a link in the description box below for the link for Craft Stash. You can go and check the magazine out. I think it's a lovely stamp set. Some beautiful elements on here. You've got that embossing folder, the toppers and the pattern paper as well. If you've enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button, leave a comment or consider subscribing to the channel. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future tutorials. I hope you have a lovely crafty day. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.